And I'm Kelly.
And today I'm going to be talking about the conspiracy theory I chose, and I chose a really known one, which is Princess Diana. Everyone basically knows Princess Diana already, but like if you don't, I'm going to give you some background. Okay, so Princess Diana was a member of the royal family, right? She was married to Prince Charles, which was the son of Queen Elizabeth II, I think, right? Yeah. Okay. And then they divorced in 1996 because he had an affair with Camilla, Duchess of, what was it, Cornwall? And so they divorced, and after the divorce, like she was already known, like really known, because she was like very charming and stuff, and like everyone loved her and admired her. But even like after the divorce, even if she wasn't part of the royal family, like she did still do a lot of like charity work and stuff like that. Like she did, like she wanted to ban landmines. She was involved with like AIDS and like um I don't even want to explain. Like she, oh my god, I hate explaining things. Okay, so she was like involved with like AIDS patients. She also talked about mental health and like um eating disorders because she has personal experience with that. And she even said that her eating disorder was symptom of like her marriage failing because she felt like insecure within herself. So she talked like that with people so that other people can relate. She also did stuff for youth. So she was like very active and people like admired her for that, and she was like loved by like everyone. So I feel like she got even more famous after the divorce, even if she wasn't with the firm or the royal family. So then, unfortunately, she died, if you didn't know. And in case you didn't know, I mean, I'd be really concerned, but it's uh. So she died in Paris, August 31st, 1997, in a car crash. And there's a lot of suspicion, like with the car crash, if it was real, if it was all set up. But we're gonna get into that later, because now I'm gonna talk about like who was in the car with her. So it was obviously the driver, which was Henry Paul, and um, I don't know how to say his name, but Dodi Fayed, something like that. And he was the son of an Egyptian billionaire, and his name was Mohammed Al Fayed. And he was also famous for being an Egyptian film director or producer. And going back to the driver, he after the whole crash, they got blood samples and they found that he had been taking alcohol, and there were like super high levels of alcohol, like 3 times the the limit in France, like to drive. And also, they found antidepressants in his system. So there's that.
So the
And
mixing of alcohol and antidepressants is not good. You're not
Yeah,
supposed to mix drugs
exactly.
and alcohol.
that's dangerous.
It is very dangerous.
And so the jury, after evaluating everything of the details of the crash and what happened, the jury decided that it was an unlawful killing by the driver and the paparazzi. Oh, and also they're being followed by the paparazzi. So they said that he was speeding up because they're trying to get away from the paparazzi. And so speeding up, being what was it, like being intoxicated.
Intoxicated?
Yeah. So that's what they said that happened, and he crashed into a pillar, right? So here's the suspicions. So this one really got me, like, oh my god, this is like how I knew. Like this is what sold it for me. I was like, no, this has to be the royal family because there's no way. Okay, so Mrs. Diana had a butler, right? His name was Paul Burrell, something like that, yeah. And it was like he was one of the few like of the staff or whatever that actually stayed with Diana after she divorced or got out of the royal family, right? And Diana left a note, and 2 months after the divorce, that she wrote the note, and that was in 1996, and he decided to reveal the note and like give it to the police in 2003. So like 6 years after, right?
Sus.
Yeah, whatever. And the note was saying how it was Diana saying how she felt that she's gonna die, or there's gonna be an accident in a car, and how she thinks the royal family's behind. So that was crazy because she basically like predicted that she was gonna die in a car accident. And she was saying it was because of MI5 or MI6, which is intelligence agencies in England.
Which
right?
is like CIA government.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she was saying how that it was that Prince Charles was behind it. In her note, she was saying that. And I have a picture of the note. I can't read the note because I don't know how to read, but I can show you the note. And if you guys know how to read, that's great.
We'll see.
What is it in? Why can't you read it?
I just can't understand what it says. How do I?
Maybe I can.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, how do I share?
Oh, did I not turn it on?
I can.
No, it's on. You just gotta share screen. Oh.
I am sitting here at my
Desk.
Yes.
No, but there's a word between that. I don't know what that means. Today in October. Lamping?
Something to someone to my.
To why me and I don't know. Okay,
Encourage.
the part is that below it says something about an accident car, and it says brake failure and
Serious head
injuries.
Yeah.
Injury or confusion?
And I also talked about Camila, which was the person of the affair.
But she puts accident in quotes too.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
the note. I'm pretty sure it's not everything, but that's the note that she left to her butler.
Mm-hmm.
And let me stop sharing. Okay. And when the butler gave it to the police, they did nothing with the evidence. They disregarded it completely.
Wasn't this in 2003? I think the statute of limitations was over though.
I don't know what the statute of limitations is on car accidents like that.
I don't know either, but for some things it's like 6-10 years. So it might have been over.
Yeah. But like still kind of weird.
Yeah.
They're just like, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Yep. Maybe the police was a part of it too.
Probably.
I mean, the government was.
Probably. They're probably like instructed like, oh, don't do anything with that. Because it's the royal family. Like, they have basically all the power.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's also suspicions of the driver. Because I don't know how I feel about this information, but they're saying how like he was an alcoholic, right? Mm-hmm. And they're saying how much he drunk that night and how he acted was completely like they didn't match, because because he was an alcoholic, so he should have more tolerance to the alcohol. But the thing is, he also took antidepressants, so that mixture of the two things is probably like. But I don't know. That's what I read, and I'm just putting it out there, so like have an idea. And then there's also questions of like his involvement with the car crash, and if he was working for the Secret Service. And so the weird thing is that at the where the car crashed, which was, I forgot to mention it, where it was. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Pont de el Alma. Something like that. I don't know.
No.
Wasn't
Well,
it under a bridge or it was like a tunnel?
it was a tunnel. It was a tunnel.
Mm.
And the thing is that when they try to look at the security cameras, none of them are working. None
Oh.
of who were like could have shown the car crash were working.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But that's not an accident or a coincidence.
And then over the 6 months, like before the car crash, like Henry Paul, which was the driver, was
The
getting
driver
an
didn't
income
die.
of. He didn't die.
He didn't die in the
No.
car accident.
I think he did actually, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he did. But
But then how would he release the rest of it?
release?
Like, didn't he? Wasn't the note from him or something? Or
It was from the butler.
oh,
It was from the butler.
I got them confused.
So 6 months before the crash, he was getting income from like no one knows where the income of the like where the money was coming from. I mean, and it was like a lot of money. So people were like, oh, they're probably paying him, so like to do like the job or something. But there's not really like that much information about it. It's just everything's just super suspicious and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And so details of the accident. Okay, so this is an interesting part. So, right, they're like trying to leave the paparazzi, and apparently there was a motorcycle following them, like right behind them, and it wasn't the paparazzi. People say that it was MI6 because they have motorcycles like that. Apparently, that's what people said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, not only was it the motorcycle, but there was also a car in front of the black car that was slowing it down. So basically, it was like in between two things. It was sandwiched like in between.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another white car coming, which I saw this video and it said it clipped, which I don't know what that means. But it happened with the white car that led the Mercedes, which it was the car that Henry Paul was driving. So it made that car apparently crash into the pillar. So it's just really suspicious how there was sandwiched together like that, and then there's another car coming that like caused that has thought to cause the accident, right? Mm-hmm. And the police tried checking for white Fiats. I don't know how to pronounce it. Which is the what?
Isn't it like a Fiat?
Yeah, Fiat.
I think that's how
like the type
yeah,
of
I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Oh yeah, then it's a Fiat.
Yes. Okay, so the police was looking like search over like 4,000 cars, the white Fiats, and they didn't find anything. So that's a T. And then also a really weird thing that I researched was once the car accident had taken place, apparently she didn't die like immediately, right? She didn't die because the car crash. And so when she was brought into like the emergency vehicle, they said they suspect that they injected some sort of thing into her which led her to die. And that's why when they oh my god, I can't. That's why they didn't let any like drug test or any testing on Diana. Like they were like, no, you can't do any testing on her. So that's kind of suspicious.
I also heard that they didn't let her be autopsied or something like that. Biopsied, I don't know what it is, but because they were like, oh no, she died, and they just like let it go or whatever. By like
it's over.
Yeah,
that's what I heard. I'm not completely sure if that's real or not.
They didn't do any like testing at all. Just, like probably so like if they find anything, like
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like reading all of this, I'm like, why the hell would they want why would they want to like kill her? Because first what I found out was that apparently like since the guy she was in a relationship with, Dottie, Fayed. He was apparently Muslim, and the royal family, they're kind of sus.
Mm.
So that's one thing people say, but like as far as like killing her, because apparently she also wanted to bring her children to Egypt, and like no, they did not want that. And also, I feel like the royal family like felt threatened also because she was thriving, honestly. Like
She
she
was a
was doing
baddie.
so much. Exactly, she was a whole baddie. She was doing so much for the people with charity work. Like I explained like before, she did stuff for AIDS, like the environment, children and stuff. And she was getting more fame than ever. And I felt like uh, the royal family was threatened by that. But honestly, like I don't know. Like even with all of that, I guess because like since they had so much power, like they had so much power that I don't know how to explain it. They're not gonna get caught. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they don't really care that what they're doing because they have so much power that it's like nothing to them.
Yeah, it won't even
But
matter who's gonna take them down. It's the royal family.
exactly. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Oh, and apparently she was also rumored to being pregnant with the with Dottie's child.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's very much too.
I'm pretty sure I heard that, and then they didn't want like blood mixing because like with
Mm-hmm.
old blood families,
Yeah.
they'll definitely try to keep it within their same race or
Yeah.
like family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're weird like that.
They definitely didn't want an Egyptian.
Or Muslim, like they're just like nah. I'm like,
Yeah, no.
No, I mean, look at how they treated Meghan Markle.
mm-hmm.
So much that
And
like
Meghan Markle's just American with.
she's not. I don't even think she's full black. I
She's
don't.
not. She's like definitely mixed. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and look at how they treated her. Like her and I forgot which one she married, but her
Mm-hmm.
Harry, her and Prince Harry, they're not even royal anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They're not good people, but I don't know. All I know is that Princess Diana was a baddie, and Charles was intimidated by how much of a baddie she was that he divorced her, and then she kept on being a baddie anyways, and she died.
Yeah.
So I think it was definitely the royal family. That's not like such a weird coincidence. It must have been.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Like it's just so many things that add up to that. Like so many coincidences.
Hmm.
It's like, is it a coincidence?
Yeah, like no, it doesn't make any sense. Like the camera's not working. That's so how
No, no is with like I was like that said it for me.
yeah.
I don't know. Like she predicted it. She's like, "Yo, I'm gonna die," and she
Yeah,
did die. So rip
that
my
note
queen.
is the note is really like insane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just don't get why he like released it so late. Like,
Because the royal family would come after him.
Yeah,
Did
but
the
maybe
same
he
thing they
finally
did to Diana.
yeah,
yeah, I
maybe
guess.
he just finally decided that he was over hiding. Like he felt like guilty about hiding it,
Yeah.
so he
Mm-hmm.
released it. But it's all it's they. I mean, they probably didn't look at it because they were like the police were like paid off to do that.
Not even paid off. I think just the like the royal family is like big enough that you just don't mess with anything they do.
Yeah,
If something leads to the royal family, you just don't look at it.
because I mean, I don't think they're technically supposed to be above the law, but like they probably are.
The queen, I think she is the law actually. Like she is above the law.
Ah,
I'm pretty sure she can drive without a driver's license.
she doesn't need to drive herself. She's the
And
queen.
she's done it before. There's pictures of her driving on the internet.
I love that.
She owns every swan or something, like every bird or something. So if you kill a bird, then you're like that's like treason and it's like bad. I don't know if it's treason, but I know it's something bad and like
I don't
Yeah.
know.
she has a lot of power, even though people are like, oh, she's just the face, and then like she still has these old things that still get her by.
Yeah, like she still is the royal family.
Yeah, she still is the queen.
Yeah, so she has like some power.
So that concludes my conspiracy theory. Thank you guys for watching. See you next episode.